So this is an episode of What's on My Mind. Just randomly talking about what's on my mind. I think a lot. I love to learn and I think a lot, and I just randomly So I used to celebrate birthdays, right? And now I don't, because I've learned the origin and the history behind it. So I stopped. And it's crazy because even before I learned why we shouldn't celebrate birthdays and holidays, I kind of wasn't feeling it anyway. To me, it was just basically another day, which it is. It's just a date. But the way how this system, which is Satan's system, has things set is just everything has an origin and it's evil. It's bad, actually. I know y'all don't want to accept it, but it's evil. It's an origin. It has history. It's a reason why. It's a reason for everything, believe it or not. And I'm just thinking, from I tell my family and friends why I don't celebrate it, wouldn't you think that one would ask, why? Because that's just how my mind works. I love to learn and I love to know why. So for me, Tanyetta, I would want to know why you don't celebrate birthdays, right? And when you tell me why, I would actually want to do my research on why. It's crazy because no one really asks. They just assume why I don't really know the history on why. It's deeper than what they think. They think it's just, a money-making thing, the government's way of just running another business. But it has nothing to do with that. It's deeper than that. It's basically an evil origin behind it. And that's why I stopped. And guess what? I didn't even get upset when I found out the origin of it. I literally was like, oh, okay. Then I will stop celebrating it altogether. Because you know what? There is 365 days in a year. And I love life. I'm blessed to wake up every day with breath in my lungs, oxygen in my lungs. My brain is healthy, my heart is healthy, my son is amazing, he's healthy. And it's crazy because he's young. And when I taught him that, he automatically, agreed and listened as why we shouldn't. There was nothing in him. And he's young. Because remember, parents teach children everything. So it's just basically like a routine. You have to remember, parents teach the children about birthdays and holidays. I mean, it's nothing wrong with stopping. You can get out of it and you will still live, I'm telling you. It's okay. The world is not over if you stop celebrating birthdays and holidays. It's just a tradition that Satan created. The evil one, actually. So I'm just curious as to why no one never asks why and actually look up why. As soon as I tell them, it's like they go right back to what they're doing, like it's nothing. Like, okay, you can do it, but I'm not. And it's like, okay, because you don't know why I stopped. But I think, you're not curious to know why? Because like I said earlier, how my mind works, and this is how I've always been. I've always been mature and intelligent and smart and want to learn. I love learning. So instantly when I heard you're not supposed to, or if someone tells me that you're not supposed to celebrate birthdays, I would ask, why? I wonder why. It's going to be in my mind. And I'm going to do my research and look. Because guess what? The Bible doesn't say it, but it specifically talks about things that lead you as, that teaches you as to why you shouldn't. You understand? It doesn't say do not celebrate birthdays, but it does tell you about pagan origins and celebrations. So, and the Bible does specify how to live your life and what not to do and what not celebrate and what not to celebrate. You understand? So it's kind of like common sense when you read those things and you put two and two together and you're like, oh, okay. So I should stop celebrating this because Jehovah God, or if y'all don't know his name and don't want to call him Jehovah, you say God. Because a lot of people don't know that God has a name, has a beautiful name. So, and that's the only one and true God, guys, okay? No, we're not gonna go there. Jesus is not God. Jesus is Jehovah's son. And Jesus get offended when y'all call him God. But we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, we're talking about birthdays and holidays and origins and history. So if you don't want to take my word for it, information is there. You can actually Google it. Google has this as to what is the origin and history behind birthdays. And you don't have to take Tanya's word for it. You don't have to listen to me. I think people are afraid of accountability. That's why they don't want to know. And like I said, every day is a blessing. Every day is life. I don't have to wait until November 26, 2026 to go to Italy. If I want to go to Italy, I just book an Italy flight. You understand? And this is for anything I'm talking about. If I want to go skydiving, bungee jumping, skiing. You understand? I'll just book it. I don't have to wait on a specific date. You understand? I want to go somewhere. I'm going to just book it and do it. Tomorrow. Today. Saturday. December 15th. March 10th. February 22nd. Like any day. Like, bruh. I just want to do it because I can. There's 365 days in a year. Every day you celebrate life. And it doesn't even have to be the word celebrate. Because celebration is the origin. That's the problem. It's enjoying life and being grateful for life. Just having fun. You understand? We have fun daily. We have fun monthly. We have fun yearly. Doesn't have to be something behind it. See, what you don't understand is the birthday itself is an evil origin. You have to look up what an origin is. Okay? It represents a false god. Evil. The birthday itself. And it doesn't matter if it's mine. I'm not supposed to celebrate mine either or my child's. So it doesn't matter whose birthday it is. It's every birthday. The birthday itself is an evil origin. Doesn't matter who it belongs to. It's the birthday. It's only, right? So it's you, the cake, the candles. It means that you are trying to protect yourself from an evil entity. First of all, why do you need to protect yourself from any evil entity anyway? You're actually opening up a portal when you do these things. The cake has an evil origin. The candles have an evil origin, and also the gifts, the song. Everything behind the birthday is an evil origin. It means something. Look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. So that means when everybody is celebrating it, which is every single second of the day, you are basically Simmons or opening up a portal or a darkness. Because like I said, the candle, the cake, The candle has a meaning to it. The cake has a meaning to it. There's a reason for the cake. There's a reason for the candles. There's a reason for the song. And how you act. How do you act when it comes to your birthday? You act like you are the god or the goddess. Nobody can tell you nothing. It's all about you, right? Pride, conceited. Think about it. And there's nothing to make anyone feel offended or sad or mad. And if it does, that means you're programmed, like I just said in the beginning of the video. It's okay, because when I found out about it, I was like, oh, we gonna stop doing this officially. I don't need this. Because Tanyetta does anything that she wants to do daily anyway. I always did things that I wanted to do anytime that I wanted to. I didn't have to need a date. I didn't have to wait a year or 2 years just to celebrate when I could do it anytime. When I could go anywhere anytime. I don't have to wait on a specific date. Especially now that I heard that it's an evil origin behind it. It's demonic. Birthday is birthday, guys. Doesn't matter whose it is. And it's easy to get over it. It's easy to unprogram. We're so programmed, and we're going to talk about that in previous videos. Matter of fact, if you want to know anything about what I'm talking about, go follow my YouTube page, The Real Tanyetta, baby, and I talk about origins and histories. I talk about anything that I feel like talking about. So just go look it up. It's nothing to offend you or make you feel bad or sad or emotional, because we all know everyone's emotional nowadays about, foolery. Nothing to be emotional or mad about. Because like I said, there's 365 days in the year, baby. 24 hours in the day. You do anything you want to do. You understand? Doesn't have to be on a birthday or Christmas or Easter or, these false days that Satan created for us. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not me. I didn't create it. I didn't make it up. So, it's real. It's nothing to do with belief or your opinion, because matter of fact, belief is the same thing as opinion. It's only what you think or what you believe. It has nothing to do with that. It's truth. Truth is different from belief, and truth is different from opinion. Remember I said, belief and opinion is the same to me. It's whatever is in your head. So you do what you feel. People just always living from their own, do as thy will. You forgot who said that? Satan says that. Crowley said that. Do as thy will. That means do anything you want to do. And that's the whole world way of thinking nowadays. Do anything you want to do. And that's what it is. It is what it is, basically. And we have to have some type of rules. And that's what the Bible explains. You understand? Jehovah put these rules in place, just like a parent. He's our parent. He's our dad. He created man and woman. And that's why it's there, to protect us. See, we weren't supposed to know the evil things and the bad things, which is sin. And that's what happened when Eve ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge. Jehovah protected us and didn't want us to know the tree of knowledge, because he only wanted us to know what he taught us. They weren't even supposed to know that they were naked. They didn't even know they were naked. Just like us, right? With our children, we don't want our children to know anything bad, because once they learn anything bad, it corrupts them. Whole way, another way of thinking. So that's what Jehovah wants us to protect us from. The tree of knowledge, because it destroys the society. They weren't even supposed to know they were naked. Remember when they hid and he saw that they put on what was it, leaves or straw or something they had covered up themselves with, and he's like, why are you covered? Like, he already knew that he did something wrong. because they weren't even supposed to know that they're naked. So that's a part of sin. All the wrong and the bad and everything that's going on that's not supposed to go on, that's called sin. So that's why it exists. It has nothing to do with what you believe or what you want. Sorry to burst your bubble, like I said, but it has nothing to do with what you want and your feelings. Child. Okay? I'm so happy how I think. I'm so happy how my brain works. Like, I'm just so blessed because I love the way I think. I love my knowledge. I love who I am. I'm not afraid to learn. I just don't take everything personal because there's no reason to take it personal. Truth is the truth, nigga. And that's just what it is. People don't like the truth. They don't like accountability, and that's why. And I feel like that's the reason why no one asks me why I don't celebrate birthdays. Because they want to do what they want to do anyway. And they feel like if they know, they're going to have to listen. Just like everything else that you're not supposed to do in life. That's why we have all these false doctrines, false pastors, false churches, false preachers, false priests, whatever you want to call them, false prophets. Satan created that to have everybody confused. Because it's not supposed to be a million religions. There's only one. There's only one true God, one only God. And he has a name, a beautiful name. His name is Jehovah. In English, his name is Jehovah in all languages, but you call him Jehovah in your language, but it's still Jehovah in your language. And Jesus is Jesus. Two different people. Okay? Satan made it so you can have different religions to confuse y'all, make y'all think that everybody else in the world is God, or whoever y'all say it is. That's called false gods. And make y'all think that Jesus is God when that's a lie. That's wrong. That's why everybody's confused. That's what Satan wanted. And y'all allowing him to fool y'all instead of learning the truth. People are afraid of truth. I love the truth. I embrace it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Matter of fact, when I learned about every truth that I've learned, I immediately just listened and stopped doing what I wasn't supposed to do. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard for me because, like I said, I was always just having fun anyway. I was always doing what I wanted to do anyway. I didn't have to rely on a date. I had fun when I want to, when I felt like it. I booked anything I wanted to book and just go. I didn't have to wait on a birthday. It was nice. At the time, I used to be spoiled on my birthday and get gifts and go out to eat or whatever, but I could always go out to eat on any day. Like I said, it's like, what? It don't matter. Could do this anytime. And quite frankly, I don't miss it. It's okay. It's another day. It's another day. You understand? And I'll be back. And as I was saying earlier about not celebrating birthdays and holidays anymore, because I used to, and but I wasn't like obsessed with it though. That's the thing. I wasn't like addicted to it. It was just a thing that I knew because the whole world grew up on it, right? So when I learned that you're not supposed to because of the pagan roots, the history behind it, I automatically stopped because why not? It's the truth. Once I learned something and learned the truth about it, I'm going to follow it. I'm going to listen. So it's up to you. You have to be, ready and willing to. And like I said, you can find this information on Google. Google doesn't hide anything. You understand? So for the people who ask, where does it say in the Bible? It doesn't state this in the Bible. However, Jehovah has standards and guidelines, and you have to have your common sense to figure out, oh, that's what he's talking about. Oh, we're not supposed to do that. Because he does talk about false gods, false celebrations, false worship, pagan worship. So once you understand that, then it's instant common sense. Oh, that's what they're talking about. So the false gods and the false worship, the false celebrations, that's what he means. So once you put two and two together of birthdays being pagan and false gods, it connects. You understand? Like, once you understand that's what he's talking about, you're going to stop. There's no questions. So we love God. We want to make him happy, and we love what he loves and hate what he hates. It's not hard. You understand? It's not hard. Like I said earlier, it's 365 days in a year. We can celebrate, and we don't even have to say celebrate. We're just enjoying life. We're enjoying life daily. We love life. We appreciate life. You understand? You could do that anytime. You don't have to wait until a specific day or a specific time or month. You get me? And I'm going to do a video on astrology next, because I already did yoga, Halloween, birthdays, and all those things. But I'm going to do astrology. That's going to be my part 2 of yoga, because that is a part of false gods and false worship as well. And I can talk, because I was one to be obsessed with my sign. So who could talk better than me? I experienced it. And thank God I didn't go, deep into the illusion and craziness, but I stopped myself just in time. So yeah, I love to learn. You live and you learn. And once I know something and know that it's the truth, I'm going to follow it regardless. Like, you just going to forget all the things that you used to do that was false. So yeah, right? I just want to talk about that. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because today is November 26th, and it's the day that I was born. So that's why I brought it up. Okay? So, thank you for listening. Thank you for just sticking around. I'm gonna do more of these videos where I just talk about what's on my mind. Alright? Thank you for listening. Later.